Every day I ask myself, is this the year I get into DCS? Yeah, it's just almost always no. But YouTube keeps thinking, like, maybe you should give that a shot. This was recommended to me as creepy DCS F14 video.
What is DC?
Oh!
Yes! Ooh! Spooky!
Does that one have a shotgun? Off to the right there? Whoa!
Whoa!
I would bet you it has some sort of prop. So these are clearly swapped in for the models of the dudes who are supposed to be running around the carrier deck anyway. So it might have a prop.
What is
I think this is a pretty profound statement about militarism and war.
Right, of course. What is DCS?
You might think this is just a shitpost. No. This is art.
This wasn't the share zone?
Didn't that go
this
bad?
looks like the share zone to me.
It's debatably bad. There's
we don't like the share zone anymore. Okay.
Oh, is that what happened?
Some people hate the share zone. Some people don't. Like I do not want to be in the position of having to adjudicate the various claims and counterclaims being made. I would say
the posts were good. That's how I feel. Separate art from artist, Rob.
Oh my god.
That is. Well, the issue is who was the artist. That is the real thing. But like,
well, then
the other reason
I can settle that just fine. I just like the posts.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of folks who have strong feelings about how that all went down. But I don't think the share zone has a monopoly on skellies.
No, I got one
anyway,
out front. His arm fell off.
Yeah, you were asking what's DCS? That's the digital combat simulator, right? But basically it's a series of flight sims that just keep getting, like, I think the first game was like DCS A10 Warthog, and it was just like nightmarishly detailed levels, like Drew Scanlon spending like 2 hours streaming trying to figure out how to turn on the engines of his fighter jet. But it has evolved into something like this. And damn, like every time I see videos, I'm like, this game looks so fucking good.
I bet this would be great at VR, Rob.
Another use case for why I need VR. Are they still selling the Valve Index? Hell with it.
You don't.
I'll buy aftermarket.
You don't want the Valve Index anymore. If you
Really?
want there are other high end. HTC made, which is who Valve partnered with on the Index. They made
the Vive, right?
Follow up. They did. But you're pulling 5-year-old VR headset names out of your hat. If you want to go into the high end, there are options for you.
Oh, odd ask. Why does Rob need VR when his monitor wraps around his peripheral vision anyway?
Just bend that
yes,
monitor,
and that
baby.
makes the mundane feel like VR. So I can do things like this and hang out with you people, which I love to do. I don't want to be taken away into the world of VR, at least until I get my Vision Pro, in which case I can see nightmarish cartoon versions of you as reimagined by Apple's onboard Midjourney.
Oh my god!
But until I'm hooked up with that, I've just got the bendy monitor to give me the feeling of presence in this virtual world.
This does look beautiful.
It looks really good. Like, it looks really good. The problem is, Patrick, and Flight Simulator is kind of the same thing. To have the most like fun with it, like what makes this cool? You fly a lot less with the joystick than you might think, and you spend a lot more time looking down into the cockpit and using your mouse to interact directly with the buttons and knobs and dials you see in the cockpit. And that way, you fully recreated the experience of flying one of these things. Because now you have to learn how the, like, interface of the aircraft actually works. Not like press F for your wing flaps. You got to figure out where in that 3D cockpit is the toggle switch for wing flaps.
Where is the toggle switch for wing flaps? Any
so, Pat,
ideas?
you just put your finger on the issue with why I never get very far in my appreciation of these games. Where is insert really basic function? How do you do that? This is where I tend to fall apart. Like, fundamentally, I'm like, oh, I would love to get into a game like this. But really what I mean is, me want to fly plane. Me want to feel like I am one with the F-14 Tomcat. But I actually want to have to do what pilots do, which is like kind of go to school for this. Like, famously, there's a couple movies about going to school. Well, I suspect real Tomcat school is less fun than those two movies, but you get what I mean.
Less volleyball.
Less volleyball, I think, and probably a lot more like phone book size instruction manual that, yes, you do have to memorize. But we're not here to just gaze through the cockpit window at the treats being kept from us by our lack of expertise and diligence and understanding. We're here to discuss what is the next movie we're going to be discussing on my turn.
That's true.
What are we following Godzilla -1 with? And Cado,
yeah, you
have the first pick.
Great.
Well, so Cado has the first. So we should explain what's going to happen. Is we look, Reba, we love a good wheel. We love a good wheel, and the way my turn works now is we've got one movie, right? We watched Godzilla -1, and they're going to watch one movie that's connected to that, or well, however, like, it can be loose, it can be strong, it could but somehow it's tied in, and then the person who pitches it will explain what that is, what that movie is, and we're just doing that once. So rather than rotating around, 4 people, 3 people, as the case currently is, which takes a long time to just get through a cycle of the wheel, we're just thematically like doing the connective tissue once, and then we'll connect back up with a new movie down the line. And what we're trying to figure out here is, where does that rotation start? Who gets to be the first person who picks? So we've all picked a movie. Although I will say, now that I'm thinking of it, I think it's much funnier if it's a wheel every single time. So there's just the idea that you can just keep pitching your movie and just the wheel constantly goes against you is incredibly funny to me personally. But we don't.
You could be the Lindsey Buckingham of my turn.
Yes. So we can figure that out later.
Sorry,
but
that's a reference to What's Up With That, the legendary SNL skit in which famously Lindsey Buckingham is a guest there's never time for.
One of my all-time favorite Jason Sudeikis skits. That's a good one. Thank you to Alice Forever Cemetery, gift and subs to Skatepunk89, Tully Yoke, Salon Cube, Caitlin Gadd, Beware Virginia. Do we need to beware? Is Virginia okay? Brants B, Kreshnik, Zip Zap Rat, Miami Blowfield, and the real Klong.
Beware Virginia, the less successful but more evocative successor to Virginia is for Lovers ad campaign.
Rob, we're watching a video, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm doing this with my mind.
No.
Rob, you could. It appears a couple people in the chat were unsure, and like, wow, Rob's really smoothly bringing this plane in for a landing. Anyway, so I'm gonna add these 3 movies to a wheel at the moment. Cado, you have the first movie we can put on the board coming after Godzilla -1. What movie did you pick for the wheel to mull, to consider?
I think it was almost, I don't know.
Do you want to pull up a trailer? Do you want to say it? Do you want to say it? And then Rob could pull up a trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, I like this. Okay, good.
Sure, I guess. I was gonna draw it out a little bit before dropping it, but
you can. You can do a setup.
You do whatever you want.
It's just like I had trouble. I had a lot of trouble, right?
Speaking of trouble, I got trouble. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I realized I brought my French press up.
You got a.
I brought a creamer thing up.
Huh?
I did not bring a mug up.
Can you just put the creamer into the top of the press? Just sort of.
Here's or can the creamer? I mean, really, this is a lot like a mug.
Yeah.
It's probably a little more cream than I would have put in my coffee, but it lets me continue doing this without interrupting the show. Oh yeah, ooh, that's creamy. Ooh, that's creamy.
What do we got? Like a light tint? Are we reaching tan yet? How?
We're yeah, I would say it's khaki. I would say what you are seeing on your camera is definitely lighter because it's catching the light really intensely, but it's still quite the creamy. Are we calling this a cup? Boat?
A boat.
Boat. I like boat.
Cream boat.
That's not bad. we like cream. All right, so sorry, Cado. Now that I've solved this problem.
We like cream.
So I had a little trouble because Godzilla Minus One is a great film. You know, lots of emotional ups and downs. Very dramatic. Very, I think, surprised a few of us with how well its story kind of hit, in certain parts. And I was like, well, where do we go from here? I feel like I like the human stories of this film, and I wanted to make my connection kind of I think the connecting.
There are humans in Godzilla Minus One. And there are humans in this film as well.
Well, I like to do sort of thematic connections more than like, oh, there was this one actor that I can. Those are fun too. Like I've picked those in the past. But for this one, I was definitely like, I wanted to do a thematic connection. So I was thinking, okay, we got monsters, we got people,
monsters
having feelings around the monsters, and the monsters being kind of the background for other things that are happening.
The Anne Hathaway kaiju film Colossus. Colossal.
Oh my God, Cloverfield. No, I'm going with what to me felt like maybe too obvious, but I'm going to Pacific Rim. I'm going to
Hideo Kojima's Pacific Rim.
Not two. Hold on, don't do this to me.
Pacific Rim
That's wrong.
Let's go.
No, God damn it, that's not what I meant. Look, your internet.
Saved by my internet connection.
Internet's like, no, this is wrong. It's rejecting it. Oh my God. Pacific Rim 1. Pacific Rim 1. The one with fucking Idris Elba in it, okay? The one directed by Guillermo del Toro. Let's go.
But you have
got Idris Elba in it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he's there.
All right, trailer, Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
And I'd like to announce that the movie I've picked is Pacific Rim 2 Uprising, so that there is a 1/3 chance it appears on the wheel.
Oh my God, that would be so funny. God, that would be hilarious. It would be so funny to jump into two. Jump into two straight from Godzilla. No, that's too big of a jump. Oh my
I don't know.
God.
It's about people, monsters, people, being people.
The emotional story, the emotional core of this movie is, I think, what makes it better than just a good action movie. Like, I think there's actually something there for like at least two of the characters. Obviously, the action sequences are fucking sick. Like they're really well done, and the whole concept of drift compatibility is like really fun. So kaiju movie.
I am curious. Like I'm really curious because like I feel like every Guillermo del Toro movie improves on me with like repeated viewings. Like Hellboy, I liked when I first saw it. And then, like, I was like, was that one of the best, like, comics movies ever made? Is that just a straight-up amazing movie?
It kind of is.
Fighting, like, Nazi Rasputin? Or...
That's I totally get that with Guillermo films, too. Like, I think I've only ever enjoyed them more.
And Crimson Peak was just, people just missed. They were just like,
that's true.
Like, y'all just
They were wrong. They were wrong.
That
They were wrong. That was a great movie. But yeah, this is my pick. I'm very excited to the possibility. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Idris Elba.
Easy. Roma is a Cuarón film, which I believe Cuarón is like kind of a mentor of Del Toro's professionally, but I could be making that up in my head.
I think isn't it the other way around? Del Toro mentored.
Cuarón is older, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or
Ultimama Tambien came out a long time ago, dude.
I'm looking it up. I need to know. Cuarón,
so that was
62. Del Toro is 59. Not by much, but Cuarón is older. I think they're more contemporaries then, right? Like,
yeah.
I just feel like Del Toro broke into the mainstream faster than.
Y Tu Mama Tambien was kind of big, though.
Yeah.
You know, like, that was, when was that again?
Cuarón never said, like, Cuarón, here's how close Cuarón, like, got to flirting with this. He did the third and best Harry Potter film, and then was like, well, that's me and licensed properties.
The really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it turns out, like, he had a greater sense for, like, how magic should look and feel on screen than anyone who's like, well, I think I proved my point.
Bye.
And I think, like, the success of films, like, I think if they work, is because they basically take the style guide he left them from 3 and just carried it forward.
Yeah.
But you watch those original 2 films, and I mean, I like Christopher Columbus, like, he's done a lot of movies I like over the course of his career, and picking those actors is probably the best thing he did of like establishing whatever was successful about those adaptations, but they're flat as fuck to look at. Like there is no style at all to how it looks. And 3, it really feels like it's got a Cuarón stamp.
No, like 3 is a genuinely good movie is the thing, where it's like, it's the only one of those movies where I like recommend to somebody, just like, this is a good movie about like wizards. You don't need to know about the rest. You definitely don't need to know about
anything outside of this film.
Just hey, let's just learn about what happened with this like crazy wizard prison escape and this kid going to school. All right, so Patrick, that's Cado. We've got Pacific Rim. Now I'm interested in your pick.
So obviously, so I am very partial to monster flicks, to kaiju flicks, and so I mean, on one hand, I was like, wow, should we just go and watch like an old school like just like Toho movie from like the 70s? And as much as I wanted to do that, I was like, I just don't know. I think we'd have to watch like 3 of them, because I just don't know that there's going to be like,
or
how long can we talk about
one of them
first, like appearance of Ghidorah? Like, I just don't know.
If you could pick one of them, it would have to be the original Godzilla. And then that's like...
It would, and I feel like we've already covered that territory. Like, so I feel like we had a lot of those conversations already. And so as much as I adore a lot of those films, and maybe I'll end up writing something for the website, I looked elsewhere. And where I looked, like, part of what was amazing about Godzilla Minus One was it kicked my ass. Like, it was like, I walked out of that theater just going, holy shit, like, what did I just watch? And I was trying to think, what is the last time a movie like that? Well, okay, couldn't pick the last time that happened, because the last time that happened was Gareth Edwards' Godzilla film, which Rob and I already talked about with Danielle Riendo on an old version of us doing a movie podcast. Are those podcasts? Those podcasts are still up, right? Like that that stuff hasn't disappeared yet.
Maybe Rewatch still exists somewhere.
Yeah, or it's been archived. But like that conversation does exist. And so that was the last time I came out of one of these movies and was just like needed to like take a breath. And it's like, oh man, like it's amazing to watch. Like, as much as I like the goofier side of kaiju flicks, like when they take the scale seriously, it can be really breathtaking. And so the movie that did that before that, Cado, you already said it, which is 2008's Cloverfield. Love me a found footage movie. Found footage as a cinematic style gets under my skin immediately. Rob, I would look for Cloverfield teaser trailer specifically. If you can find that rather than the actual trailer.
I think you
teaser trailer
this
Transformers. That's teaser. Yes. This is an all-timer.
This movie had a small ARG.
It did. Yeah. It was very pioneering in that respect. This aired ahead of Transformers with it was not announced. The movie was sprung upon audiences as this trailer appeared in the original Michael Bay Transformers. The name Cloverfield was the project's name, and it just stuck at a certain point.
Something to him before he leaves.
Rob's awesome. I'm gonna miss it. Rob, have fun in Japan.
You owe me a letter.
Very early Lizzie Kaplan in this one.
Hey, how am I gonna survive without?
Oh, you're getting totally primed here for like, oh man, it's like an indie coming of age movie with like documentary.
Yeah. It's so good.
What was that noise?
It sounded like an animal.
Patrick, are they showing you the best part of this movie?
No.
Okay.
That's why I wanted you to do the teaser trailer. I believe at this point in the effects of this film, they had not finalized the design of the creature yet. So there was nothing to spoil. Incredible.
That's a pretty profound statement.
It's gonna be the best night ever.
Commentary on the Bush years there, my friends.
This movie, even prior to the obviously, I kind of mentioned there's a great ARG that goes alongside this, but it even had a like this trailer like shows you almost nothing. There was a long time internet heads, if you followed the speculation on this, people were pixel hunting, thinking that maybe this was like a Voltron movie or something like that. There was a ton of speculation over what it actually was because there was no details about what the movie was, who was in it, what it was based on. Like, was this a stealth Godzilla film? It was so much fucking fun to be on the internet at that time, picking this apart. This also overlaps with J.J. Abrams' rise with Lost, and so there was a lot on him, and he had his name associated with this as a producer. But anyway, yeah, Cloverfield, one of my all-time favorite monster movies. I always look for an excuse to rewatch it. So hopefully we'll get that chance. But Rob, take us home.
All right. The real reason I wanted to go last is because I wanted to make sure that nobody picked this, that somebody did. I'm going to be obvious here. I want to see Shin Godzilla.
Dun, 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 is that right? That's good. But hey, we're all feasting. We're feasting. We're feasting. The wheel is hungry.
All right. Do we have a preference over which of these is going to be dopest?
Probably the one from 7 years ago.
As old as possible. Like go as teasery as possible. Sure, that should be fine. The imagery is so powerful in this movie that I'm always just like inclined to have you see as little as possible. But this should be okay. I used to think this was the best Godzilla movie. I think I mean, it'll be fun to revisit it having seen Godzilla -1. Because this might have been my favorite. And I think Godzilla -1 might have knocked it off its pedestal. It's a pretty high pedestal, but
it's close, and this wins out very, very lightly to me.
So what I'll say is they're doing such different things. Like they are fundamentally different. They both star Godzilla. Godzilla fucks some shit up. But like what they are trying to accomplish as a film is just so different. Why choose? I can just have all my favorite Godzillas can exist together. I can have Gareth Edwards Godzilla.
You don't have to let them. You don't have to go let them
Godzilla.
fight.
No.
You can just let them shake hands.
Oh, that's great. That doesn't show anything.
Shin means new, basically. So like, it's just New Godzilla. Was the name of that movie. It's great.
I take back all the times I made fun of Square Enix for their bizarre naming conventions because they tickle me in Godzilla while also not necessarily making a whole lot of sense. I hope Godzilla minus one sequel is like Godzilla minus 3/4, as Kingdom Hearts intended.
Yeah.
All right, let me. Okay, so we have Shin Godzilla, and then we have Pacific Rim.
I almost went that direction too, Rob. I'm glad I didn't. So that we have this spread. This is a good spread, I think.
Yeah, I almost went that this route as well.
My alternate, if somebody had picked Shin Godzilla, was probably going to be First Blood. If we're talking about like a monster movie about soldiers returning from a war, and there the inversion is, of course, the soldier is the monster.
Rob, this is I'm gonna have to get a new wheel website. I can't export them anymore, but you can make one. Just go to spinthewheel.io.
Spin
on the browser
the wheel.
The host was, so my backups, the ones I was considering was The Host and The Mist. Were the other two movies I was thinking through.
No, God, no! No! What the fuck? Wrong.
Odd-esque does point out the remap website should have a wheel. At this point, the wheel has become so synonymous with a lot of stuff that we do that you are right. That is, put the engineer on it. I don't know what the wheel is, but maybe
$2,000, $5,000 in development costs later, we have a wheel.
Oh, come on. Let's live a little.
Hold on.
Okay.
There it is.
That was a good test spin. That was a good test spin.
What? What do you mean
here,
that was a test spin?
Hey, I think you need to make it longer. This is way too fast.
Right.
Well, now I've won 2 out of 3, and so now I'm getting a little upset.
Yeah, you're just wasting rolls on this thing. Hold on.
Okay, so Rob,
we gotta edit. You gotta edit it to be. It's gotta spin for
Guys,
at least
okay,
a minute.
Okay, come
Does
on.
this feel fucked? This feels fucked.
Go to the stop. What are you doing?
Sorry, what?
Go
Congrats to Shin Godzilla winning the first real spin.
No.
Go to the wheel. There should be.
Oh yeah.
You could change the sound if you want. Oh, I'd go a whole minute.
We gotta do at least 30.
Yeah, at least 30, Rob. Please.
There we go.
Tense wait.
Whistling beat? What is whistling? Retro crime fighter.
Retro crime fighter.
We'll find out.
All right, here we go.
Hey.
Holy Godzilla movie, Batman.
Oh, fuck! Well, it's still a good movie, but fuck!
Wow. Shit! God damn it!
Incredible. Congrats to Shin Godzilla winning the first real spin.
Oh my,
wow,
the first real spin.
Really worked out.
Wow.
That really worked out.
Interesting.
We did it, folks. Cado, can you take us to the hold card for just 1 second while I get the other wheel ready in this browser? I just need to open the Discord with Patrick and grab that link.
The other
Do you actually need that?
Yeah, we're not
to the full wheel for I don't need it right now, but I'll need it when you are gone. Oh, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. You're right. We're not gonna be able to do the wheel. We're not doing the wheel.
Right.
Sorry, folks. Bad news. We can't do the wheel today.
Yeah,
this was the only wheel you're getting.
This is why we needed to put a wheel here. Well, then there's gonna be wheels. There's gonna be multiple wheels.
Oh, there's gonna be some wheels. And they might be dirty.
So the next episode of My Turn, which we'll see, we'll probably record sometime this month, will be Shin Godzilla, which I'm very excited to rewatch this. So I wanted to only note this if it got picked, but there is a subtitling controversy over Shin Godzilla, because in certain versions of the movie, the subtitling strips away certain stylization that Anno does in order to make a point relative to the movie's satire. I haven't investigated how easy that is to modify. It does not break the movie in any meaningful way, but it. I know that has been an issue related to the movie. The subtitles woke. No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's quite that bad. I'll look it up. I'll see what the 3 stars.
Oh no. What do we got? No.
Oh, look away, Rob! Look away!
Look away! You're seeing.
Look away!
Things.
Look away!
Don't
Stop
look at
doing this!
things.
Stop doing this! Stop doing this! Stop doing this!
All right, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm sourcing it. Where am I sourcing it?
I think you can just rent it in 4K, or just I own it, so although this might be an excuse to buy the 4K. I think I have a Blu-ray.
Did it come out in 4K? Oh, there we go.
It might
but
not.
Since 4K is region free, ain't nothing stopping me.
Aside from, does it have English subtitles?
So they don't do that sometimes, right? So yeah, because they just put out the screenshots of the Godzilla -1 Blu-ray 4K.
I watched
for
a
Japan.
lot of anime. I don't think I need the subs.
Okay.
I've watched a lot of subs.
I've been playing so much Infinite Wealth. I'm pretty much like, as long as they stick to things like Yosh and Soul, then I'm pretty sure I'll be able to follow through the magic of cinematic storytelling.
Nandayo. Nani?
Well, I'll look into this. I'll figure out the captions. Again, it's not movie breaking, but there was some controversy I saw recently just over people kind of nitpicking how the captions are displayed in certain versions of the film.
Oh man,
Patrick,
no English subs. Shit.
Yeah,
but you can always find a way to get a subtitle track in there, but probably not on my TV. All right, that sucks.
Are you leaving? Cado? Are you leaving immediately after the segment? I just want. Or you will be sticking through the first part of it?
No, I will. No, I have to go pick up my mom from the airport. Yeah. No, I will. You can transition me away, and I will send our socials stuff out. But I will leave the mud running to the two of y'all. So enjoy that. Thanks everyone for sticking around for this My Turn segment, and then we're gonna turn it over to the GeForce Now stuff. Rob, just a little behind the scenes. Do you have like the PDF to read off of? Do you need me to send you that before I get out of here?
You know, it's so funny. Yeah, I do actually.
You need me to send it to you?
Yeah, I've got it open on my other machine, so I can just.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we had everything in order.
Good
okay, all right,
catch.
Rob, let's go to card, and then we'll come back for some GeForce Now.